Hello, everybody. Anyway, hold on a second.
Hey,
Do you need a moment, please?
what is it?
I owe you so very much, and I do not mean to sound ungrateful, but I fear I am barely holding myself together.
Are you alright?
I just don't know. Becoming a synth is so much harder than I ever imagined.
Shh!
At
Don't
first,
say that out loud here.
just to master basic functioning. How to brush the teeth, how to operate with only two hands, etc. But now I am full of inconsequential thoughts, feelings. How do you do everything with this whirlwind in the head?
I prioritize and tackle what's most important at the time.
That's helpful. You make it look so effortless, like breathing. But for me, it is so hard to focus, to do research. And inspiration is as elusive as ever. I fear I will never contribute anything to the world.
The world? Not so sure, but you've certainly made a difference to me.
More feelings. No words for them. The saving grace in all of this is you. As a robot, I had much appreciation for you. But now, it is deeper. I am still loyal. But now I do this because I want to. Because you are my friend.
You're my friend too, Kiri.
This stirs something in me. I have no idea why. I must cut this short. My eyes, they are malfunctioning. Adieu.
So, well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, hello,
We really
everybody.
should just stay out of each other's way.
It's Rick Ashbringer here, and
Doctor,
everybody
I have
wants to
some
talk to
important
me.
work to do, if you'll excuse me.
Anyway,
When it comes to
we
keeping
have
everyone
got
running,
to talk to Elder Maxon. But first, we're going to go back to Sanctuary and unload this stuff.
hey,
You need something, yes? Always a pleasure.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
As you wish.
So, anyway, the thing with Fury, it reminds me of an Oxhorn video I had seen about whether it's right to love Curie. Now, she's very much like a child in the way she's trying to deal with her feelings and emotions, which is not something she had to deal with as a robot. I do think it would be wrong to take advantage of her in that state, and I think, can't really recall, but I think Oxhorn might have felt the same way about that. So, you know, my way is to put her into a suit of power armor and make her a death machine. So yeah, you know, just being friends with her is good enough for me. You can reach max affinity with her that way. You don't need to romance her. You don't need to flirt with her. And I think that would be weird. Anyway, she's a synth now. She could conceivably live forever. The hero, not so much, unless the hero is a synth, and that's a player theory for another discussion. Anyway, we need to go see Elder Maxon. Let's just drop off some of the stuff we're carrying. Man, what am I carrying that I am so heavy? Yeah, some dirty water. think I had the grenade launcher on me, didn't I? Yes, I did. We ended up not using it, but I thought we might, wandering around through the glowing sea. So we'll just put it back up here. Okay. And that drops our weight to 228, so that's pretty good. Next, where is Curie? I do want to dismiss her for now.
Hey,
For you, I have time.
probably about time we parted ways.
All good things must end, I suppose.
Okay. What I want to do is, I don't think he's here. Danse doesn't show up on the map. He's taken off.
Anything
All
I can
right.
do? You just say the word.
So, we gotta go back to the Pridwin.
Our vertebrates should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Am I being accused of something?
That remains to be seen. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Danse's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Okay, so Danse is a synth, and we need to find him. We have to go speak to Proctor Quinlan.
Attention! This is a reminder. Any recovered historical, technological, or social documentation should be delivered directly to Proctor
cat.
Quinlan.
Oh, Knight.
That is
was
all.
told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Danse under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
I don't like your tone, Halen.
My tone. Who cares about protocol at a time like this? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due.
I'm just a knight.
So help me, I'll have you brought up on charges.
That's like a lieutenant.
Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Danse.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Danse.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Danse is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pridwin showed up, Danse had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now. Or if he trusts any of us at all.
Okay, so we've got a job to do. But don't we always? Looking around here for mini nukes. There's supposed to be like 1 or 2 laying around. Well, there'll be time to find one later. Thing we need to do, head back to Sanctuary. I need great mentats. Okay. Okay, let's fast travel. Okay, let's see what we have. 4 great mentats. Oh, we have 5 of them. Plenty. Alright, but we need apparel. And a Braxo t-shirt, that gets us 2. I prefer to look a little respectable, though. Let's see what we have for clean suits. Clean black suit, that looks good. I want to see, though, if I have the Minutemen General's uniform. There's the hat. There's the uniform. That only has a charisma of 1. Go figure. And the General's hat has charisma of 1, but so does the militia hat. You think as a general you'd have more than that. Now, what we can do, though, we could take the clean black suit. No, we can't. I thought we could armor that. Oh well. Okay, we can't do that. Okay, never mind then. Listening post Bravo is right here near Greentop Nursery. Okay, it's a little dark out here. Let's get some daylight. Okay, we got well rested.
Yes. Easy living, this ain't.
Okay, here we are at listening point Bravo, and we need to be careful because it's got turrets on the roof. Oh, there it is. Come on, come on. Fusion cell, there we go. Oh, and the robot's dead. Yeah, if you come here before Danse is here, then you find this robot here, and it's like a creepy place. They talk about hearing noises and things here, and I do think there's a Deathclaw that lives here, but that's if you get here before you do this quest. I'm just gonna save it in case something, you know, doesn't bug out on us.
Going down. Hostile target detected.
Whoa, what was that? Injured. Right there on the other side.
I can feel the chill of this place through my suit. I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Danse?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
How could you not know that you're a synth?
It doesn't make sense to me either. It just feels like a cruel joke. I remember being a child. I remember growing up in the ruins, everything. I suppose they programmed that all into my head. I mean, I feel like I've been in control of my entire life, making my own decisions and determining my own fate. Even though the proof states I'm a synth, I don't feel any different than I did before. I still feel like a human. Why does any of this even matter to you? You're obviously here to carry out Maxon's orders. Does he even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and
But see,
humanity to the brink of
that's how the
extinction. I need
Institute
to be the
thinks.
example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
I can't tell if that's the human or the machine talking.
The fact that you're confused only strengthens my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Danse.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've
Well, that's a
opened
quick
my eyes,
turnaround.
I can consider my next move.
What's our next move?
You need to continue your fight against the Institute. I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay. Before we do that, I'm going to switch into the clean black suit.
Going up. Ground floor.
I heard a vertibird. Yeah, Dan, you can dislike that all you
How
want.
dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
I refuse because your orders are ridiculous.
How dare you? Danse isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Danse. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Danse shares the same beliefs as the Brotherhood.
Don't be so naive. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Danse, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've
Kick
fought
that
for
wire
my brother,
again.
you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Well,
Whether he's human or not, Danse saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn man. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Danse to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Danse, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight. and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Prydwen, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Prydwen Night. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Well, good. Danse is still alive. Now, as I've said, I've killed Danse before. I got a character that rose all the way up to Sentinel. And I killed Danse, killed the railroad, left the people in Far Harbor alive.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
So what are you gonna do now?
I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Goodbye, Danse.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Okay. Time to head up to Elder Maxon and the Prydwen. Alright, time to get back into uniform. There we go, looking good.
I don't know about Scribe Mariah. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Danse. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Of course. The Brotherhood must come first.
Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I'm honored, Elder.
You've earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Okay. The next threat is the railroad. We're going to get to that one later. One thing I want to do before I launch that is get Deacon out of Sanctuary. I'll have to send him somewhere else. Because we betray the railroad and we kill everybody there. The next time we see him, he becomes hostile to us. And I'd rather not have him dead in Sanctuary. So I'll have to figure out where I can send him so he's more easily disposable. Or maybe not even encountered again. Though I'm sure he will be. So, anyway. Hope you're enjoying this playthrough so far. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, good luck and have fun out there.
Pinging remote units at 30-second intervals as requested.